Welcome back to WagerTalk.com. Saturday night NBA action. Who's going to watch the NBA when it's the big dance? Well, maybe because it's the Golden State Warriors and the San Antonio Spurs. We've had some really good matchups on these ABC Saturday night games. And the last time Golden State was on TV, I mean, we had a thriller with Oklahoma City. Could this one live up to that? And this is the matchup that everybody thinks is going to be the Western Conference Finals.
I have a hard time betting on San Antonio when they're playing a contender because the head coach tends to pull some players no matter how important the public thinks the games are. So I will not be on San Antonio.
Would he do it on a nationally televised game like this?
You know what? He would. If he thinks he's got some things hidden, he's just going to wait until the playoffs before he pulls them out. He's not going to use them in this game. So I'm kind of afraid to touch this game.
That's the question that, I was going to pose to you, and you kind of, beat me to it. Like when teams play, like say in the NFL in a preseason game, and if they happen to play a team in preseason that they're going to play in the regular season too, it's almost impossible to it's hard to handicap preseason football to begin with, because you don't know who's going to really play for how long and everything else. But then you get a game where the coach is going to just have a completely vanilla defense and a vanilla offense because he doesn't want to show anything to the other coach, and the other coach is doing the same thing. The Warriors, we know, they're going out to play to win every night. They're going after the record. So we know what they're going to do. Popovich, would he do that in a game this big? I mean, the NBA hates it when he does it.
Yeah, he would. I don't think he will in this one, but he definitely could, I guess is a better word to use. He's done it before on nationally televised games and big games, and he gets fined for it, and he doesn't care anyway. I don't think they will in this case, since I think all the players do want to play. I mean, if Pop told them, no, you're sitting, I guess they would. But they did get embarrassed in Golden State by whatever it was, 32 points. So I expect them to play. The question will be if Andre Iguodala is healthy enough to play for the Warriors, in my opinion.
The Spurs, do they have any realistic shot at catching the Warriors? I mean, with the season's running out.
Well, if they win this game, will they be 2 games behind? Or
yeah, which is insane in my opinion.
Which is crazy because they don't get any credit at all. But with this many games left, how many more games is Golden State going to lose? And that's the problem. They could still win this game, and it won't make any difference.
But Golden State wins it, it's locked up and over. And then we will see Popovich resting players for sure. If you're, do you jump on it and say they want to make a statement? Do you, if you're the Spurs, you got the snot knocked out of you in Golden State. And if this is going to be the Western Conference Finals, and if you remember after that game, Popovich, I love Popovich interviews. You got Belichick that says nothing, gives you one-word answers, and then you got Popovich that he'll tell you what, like nobody else. It is you can't stop him. You can't stop him. So do you think if he really does if he has a game plan that he thinks can stop them, why show it here, bring it out in the playoffs?
I agree. I don't think there's enough to gain with this short amount of time left. He's smart enough, and the players are smart enough to believe in the coach, that if he tells them, say, listen, we've got these things we've been working on, let's not show any of that here. We'll still go out and try to win, but we're not going to take advantage of some of the things we can use in the playoffs.
With that said, Preston, would you think that would lend more towards an over if you have a defense to slow them down, you're not going to use it here?
I mean, it goes for the other side of the ball too. If you have some offensive, sets that you're not going to use that you will later, then it's a little more vanilla on offense, and the defense might be stopping them more often. So I wouldn't say it necessarily, in my opinion, makes it an overplay or an underplay if teams are kind of going out there and not trying, so to speak. I think the Warriors, everyone knows what they do, and like you said, they are trying to win every game, trying to set the record. So I think you're going to get 100% from them on both sides of the ball. It's ultimately the question mark, other than Iguodala's health, is going to be just what the Spurs do, personnel, and how much they really want or care about the game, which is hard to know unless you guys have some sort of inside information or whatever.
It'll be a fun game to watch, but if nobody's trying, it's not going to be.
It's a fun game to TiVo.
All right, guys. Anybody want to jump out on a limb?
No, I imagine it'll be Spurs -1 or something. If
Yeah.
Iguodala doesn't play, maybe -1.5 or 2.
Yeah.
But I can't make a bet now.
As we say, incomplete information, and there's plenty of other games to bet on.
All right, plus we don't want the three of us out on a limb. That limb's breaking with us three big boys. All right, guys, enjoy the game. I hope they play everybody, and I hope they play it 100%. Want to watch this one, set some things up for the playoffs, because I'm excited. I want to see that series. I want to see the Spurs, and I want to see Popovich, who I feel is the best coach in the NBA. I want to see him in a 7-game series against the Warriors. He's Preston, the Sports Cheetah, Bryan Leonard, and Marco D'Angelo. Be sure to check out all the other videos available here at WagerTalk, and we'll be back with more here on WagerTalk.com.